Hello ladies and gentlemen and non-binary pals, I'm back with a new video. I'm afraid this video isn't really a Pokemon team, but more of a lesson in Pokemon natures. Now I know in some of your cases you don't need natures because you don't do competitive, but you can also use natures in Nuzlocke in regular gameplay. Nuzlocke are a little more trickier since you have to catch the first Pokemon in each route. Now, I'm going to teach you the basics of natures to see why people like myself are so obsessed with them. Even if you don't use the natures, I do appreciate your support. Now let Professor Axu show you a chart in Pokemon natures. This is your average Pokemon nature chart. This usually helps me remember which Pokemon belongs to which nature. First, I'm going to be covering neutral natures. Your neutral natures are hardy, docile, bashful, quirky, and serious. The reason why these are known as the neutral natures is mostly due to the fact that they don't change anything. Nothing goes up and nothing goes down. Everything is, as it says, neutral. Neutral natures are the best for Nuzlocke and regular gameplay, so you don't have to worry about catching Pokemon over and over again. Competitively speaking, most would avoid these natures as much as possible. Our next set of natures are going to be the bad natures. Now, the topic of bad and good natures is kind of complicated, a little more complicated than neutral natures. When it comes down to neutral natures, you at least know that nothing will change. But in the case of bad and good natures, you have to decide which ones are better for which Pokemon. But the natures I try to avoid are lonely, mild, gentle, hasty, naughty, lax, rash, and naive. All these natures have one thing in common. They either lower your defense or they lower your special defense, which you really want to avoid those types of natures. You never want your defenses lowered. Other than HP, your defenses are the best stats you will need for a wall or even for a sweeper. Not only is it important to avoid these natures during competitive battles, but if you pay attention to these in your Nuzlocke, they could save you a lot of trouble. For example, let's say you have a lonely Garchomp. With a lonely nature, Garchomp's attack will go up, but the second it gets hit by anything, like Ice Punch from a Dragonite, it'll be done and over with, because the defense wasn't high. Now remember, just because they're NPCs and AI, doesn't mean that these Pokemon will not destroy your team if you don't have the right nature. If you really want to set up a really good Garchomp, give it Adamant or Jolly nature, because Adamant will increase the attack but lower the special attack. Personally, I would prefer Jolly. Lower special attack but boost that speed. You want something to hit hard and fast. That's all for the bad natures, and now to the good natures. I put the good natures in two categories: mostly used and rarely used. In the mostly used category, we have Adamant, Jolly, Modest, and Timid. These natures are well sought after by breeders and competitive Pokemon trainers. A lot of these people try and find these natures in Dittos, or Pokemon they already have. Now I'm going to give you an example. For this coming example, I've decided to use Latin Luigi's mascot, Gengar. Before picking a nature, you should always look at the stats of your Pokemon. As you see on screen, you can see that Gengar has a good amount of special attack, a good amount of speed, and a really good amount of special defense. If I were to set up a Gengar, I would set it up with the timid nature, so it can be a special sweeper. But a fair warning, I wouldn't suggest using Gengar against anything with high HP or a high special defense stat. Now on to the next set of good natures, which are the rarely used. Our rarely used natures are calm, sassy, bold, impish, careful, brave, relaxed, and quiet. The reason why I say they're rarely used is because they're not sought after very often, and when they are, it's usually a very rare case. One of these rare cases would be with a Pokemon like Slowking. Now you can see with Slowking's base stats, yes, I know it's a different chart, fight me. Since its special defense is higher than its speed, you would want something that will lower its speed. So you would give it the sassy nature. And there you have it for good natures. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment if you think I missed anything. And thank you for watching.